The international break is over, where we get to experience loads of unity in diversity. For the AFCON qualifier, the Super Eagles of Nigeria got a win and a draw under interim coach Austin Eguavoen. Well, for some persons, they believe that's a good way, away from what we experienced at the World Cup qualifiers in the UEFA Nations League. Give it up to Lee Carsley, interim manager of the Three Lions. 2 games, 2 wins, and also Luciano Spalletti for the Azuris High Flyers. While somewhere in South America, it's not all good news for Brazil, as the coach really doesn't know what to do in the qualifiers, while James Rodriguez rolled back the years to down the Albiceleste of Argentina. We look ahead to a weekend where we will see in the Spanish La Liga High Flyers, Girona against Barcelona, and the biggest of them all, the North London Derby. Arsenal traveling to go play Spurs with Mikel Arteta signing a new 3-year deal. Welcome. This is the PBO Premium Sports. My name is Kingsley Akwan, the amazing Kingsley. We're back to do justice to serving you sports content just the way you love it. I'll do a short break, and when I come back, we'll hit full swing, and I've got my guys right here in the building. Don't touch it. Welcome back, guys. It's still PBO Premium Sports. I'm still the amazing Kingsley. I'm here. The guys are here. You're there. So let's serve you sports content. First off, we do sports beats. Let's drive up to Formula One, where McLaren are set to prioritize Lando Norris over teammate Oscar Piastri in their bid to win both Formula One World Championship this year. Team principal Anders Stella says any action taken to back Norris in the driver's title chase would happen only within the team's principles of sportsmanship and fairness. Norris heads into this weekend's Azerbaijan Grand Prix 62 points behind Red Bull's Max Verstappen in the Drivers' Championship with a maximum of 232 still available, while Piastri is in 4th place in the championship, 106 points behind Verstappen. Until now, McLaren had allowed Norris and Piastri to race each other without interference from the team. And to football, former Manchester United midfielder Anderson has been ordered to prison over his reported failure to pay child maintenance. The 36-year-old has been told he will serve time in a jail in the southern Brazilian city of Porto Alegre unless he hands over the £45,000 he owes. The decision was taken last week by a family court judge in the retired footballer's home city, and he has been told he must serve 30 days behind bars unless he clears his child maintenance debt. Wow, not a good story for Anderson. Away from Sport Beat, it's time for Naija Flavor, and this is where I get to unveil, my two maestros, the two wonderful guys. I'll start from the predictable one because I really cannot predict what the video will do. Boluwati Tonishola Omoni, it's good to be here after all the fears, the Super Eagles, and no issues whatsoever. A bit of drama, we'll talk about that, but we're looking forward to another weekend of scintillating football.
It's good we are starting with the person who gave accurate prediction, not the one who was predicting doom for Nigeria. But it's an interesting time now. We're back to club football, and believe me, by this time next week, some people will receive a bit of a banter. But that's what club football is all about. You banter yourself, you enjoy the game, analyze, pick up points, and of course, enjoy sport in totality.
Okay, he never gave the Super Eagles of Nigeria the chance of taking Janet Raw and Benin Republic to the cleaners, but I like that he has been wiping the eggs off his face ever since he got into the studio. Chijo Keziali, eggs on your face.
Well, I did say the Eagles will win, but it will be a slim victory.
We struggled.
At the end of the day,
Did we struggle?
We did struggle. We didn't
What?
win the second game.
What was the result?
We drew in Kigali.
No.
We drew in Kigali, and that was goalless.
Nigeria Benin.
Nigeria Benin was 3-0.
Remind me this.
Well, you said you wanted them to spell Ghana Pro.
No, I said we can't spell again. They should know, but at least
but
over 2.5.
Yeah,
but they didn't score 4. You
But
wanted, you wanted at least four.
But you want your prediction. If you have put your money where your my mouth was,
No, but I expected Nigeria to win. Only that I didn't expect them to score so many goals, and it happened the way it happened because the euphoria of
current African
Osimhen,
best player and
exactly,
the incoming African best player.
the euphoria of Osimhen coming off the bench. I think that galvanized the boys. And Ademola Lookman was on it. He scored a beautiful solo goal. I think for any other player, he wouldn't have been able to score that first goal because he had low center of gravity, able to control the ball and score easily.
Kingsley and
who again?
That's the kind of goal that I get to score.
He doesn't play football, please.
I was referring to the low center of gravity, not the football.
No, you need to see me play football.
Oh,
Yeah, I need to.
Ben
When I'm on
Mertens.
the field, it's not the Champions League final.
As in, it's football we are talking about.
Yeah,
Football.
As in
Yeah,
football.
Champions League final.
Football. Okay.
Okay, but good news for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. When we won draw, a lot of person said it should have been 2 wins because why was Lookman's goal?
I will allow Bolu talk about that,
Yeah,
but
why?
I think that was a mistake. That was a pure mistake because the referee signaled for offside when he did his hand. When he did his hands
Yeah.
like this, he was signaling for offside. Some people said it was infringement, but there was no infringement. You signaled for infringement like this. He was drawing the line. He was telling everybody he signaled for offside. So, and when you throw the ball inside there's no offside for throwing. So he misinterpreted the rules there personally. So I will allow him do the old
Was
diagnostic.
that another Yannick Fikazui?
That was even the third error.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Fourth, initially gave 2 false free kicks. I'm like, from where to where? Then before that, there was a clear offside. It was visible to the blind and audible to the deaf. 3 or 2 players from Rwanda clearly came out of offside and they let play. I was saying to myself, okay, maybe they are waiting for them to score, then they will check VAR to check. There was no VAR. That goal was to them from throwing. Even infringement, there was no such thing. Shemi Ajayi did not foul the player. Like CJ Riley said, if you are blowing for foul, you will let us know it's a foul.
Exactly.
The signal the referee made wasn't a foul signal. So that was a poor call. And that calls again that we need VAR more than anything on the African continent. But even if there was VAR, it will tell you he blew even before Ademola Lookman scored. That was supposed to be a clean goal for Nigeria. And that was in the 22nd or 23rd minute.
Yeah,
And it
so-
could have changed the outcome of the game.
Exactly.
We played better in that match than the one we scored 3. Especially in the second half.
Now you're coming back to my point.
We played better than the
Wait, we played better. I said we struggled.
Yeah.
We struggled. We scored more goals. Okay, let's just move on. Let's just move on anyway.
Overall,
Yeah.
but they didn't win the 2 games. I said, World Cup qualifiers, 4 games, 3 points. This one, 2 games, 4 points. No matter what you say, it's an upgrade to what we had. And the fact that they're top of the table with 4 points, 3, 2, and 1. So we just have to improve from there. The team we are playing is a team that lost. At least they have just 1 point in Libya. It means the double header against Libya just do the job. If they can win the 2 games against Libya, even if it's the same 4 points they pick, 1 away and 3 points in Libya, that's 8 in 4 games. It means they have 1 leg already. And the fact that 2 teams will qualify from the group is poor. But if you ask me, I think CAF needs to do something about objective. Objective is poor in Nigeria. And it feels like it's worse on the African continent. We know how much Nigeria suffer when they go to the North African side. And that was a Moroccan referee. Morocco now, in terms of football overall, no country comes close to them in Africa in terms of development.
Development organizations.
Infrastructure and everything there. To now see a referee from that same nation messing up officiating like that. I spoke with a referee. After looking at, he said he has not seen the video. You go and check. Bros, we are showing you this video. He said because he didn't want to criticize a fellow referee, but that was a poor call.
It was a poor call, and our players made that very clear. I think Ekon talked about it, and he said even the Lazio player Fisayo, he also said it was poor judgment from the referee throughout the game. And like we talked about it when we said we have 2 ball carriers in the national team now, Fisayo and Iwobi. So if Iwobi gets tired, there's always Fisayo. But before we didn't have that. So it's easier right now for Super Eagles players to come and rest this player, and this one will come and make changes and make impact to the team. So the team is growing gradually. I'm still not satisfied with the general play. They can improve. We
discipline number 1.
We talked about discipline before the game. I think they will improve. The team, this set, they are more united than every other Super Eagles squad we've had. I'm speaking from being close to previous Super Eagles squad. Yeah.
One last thing before we move away from the Super Eagles. I know we'll get to talk about the coaching situation when we get to our hot gist. But one last thing. a lot of persons are saying that why the team progressed and we saw a bit of cohesion is because Eguavoen picked from the script of Jose Pesero, that's play with a back three, or you can call it a back five. Something away from what Finidi George did. Finidi George tried to play with a back four, and they are saying that the Super Eagles, based on personnel, when you play those five at the back, that's the best that we can get. Is this right, or is it just a case of?
I think it's not about playing from Pesero's playbook. Our team generally, the Eagles generally, it's if you play to their strengths, if you set up the team, they can easily play anybody. Exactly. Once you play to the strength of the players, like our players are players that they don't want an overload of instructions. If you give them overload of instructions, then you have chaos on the pitch. It's basically just keeping it simple, and he has been talked about as being a very good manager. His man management skills is top notch, very good. He relates well with the players, and for our players, the way they think, the way these current players think, I think that's enough for them. When you tell them, guys, we need to win this match, it's better than telling them, okay, in 15 minutes you need to cross the ball like this or cross the ball like. So those tactical details, it's good. But for this our set of players, they already know what to do because they play with top coaches all over the world. So they just come to the team, just tell them basically, okay, we need to do this, and they'll deliver. And I think it's more man management and just setup of the, not particularly changing of the formation or picking from Pesero's playbook or anything. They could have played 4-2-2. He played 4-2-4 at home against Ben Edwards, and we did play very well, and we scored loads of goals.
No, we still played today.
And we scored loads of. We scored loads of goals. But the good thing is, the team is flexible. They know now they can switch formations, and that's the modern way of playing football. You can switch within the game, switch formations.
Now, Heartland in Imba. Heartland with all of the hype, sports buying. Let me put it that way. And then having someone like Emmanuel Amunike at the end of the affair, losing at home to Enyimba. Enyimba, after Finidi left, all they just did was to promote Yema to become a coach, and he goes away from home to beat Heartland, making a statement. Other results: Sunshine Stars 3 Bayelsa 0, Kwara United 1, Niger Tornadoes 2. I think another key one for me, okay, Bendel Insurance held Rivers United, which is Finidi George's new team. Remo Stars going away from him to beat Abia Warriors. Daniel Ogumodede is working wonders with this particular team. And then we had Kano Pillars, Spanky, Ikorodu City, the new kids on the block. 3-0
legend.
Yeah, how does it do that?
That guy is CJ.
For years. Well, I have no idea.
Hello.
And then look,
We are reading results.
Hello. Okay.
But guys, we look at the NPFL so far. It's just 1 week. I know it's early days. Should we be worried for the likes of Heartland, Ikorodu City, the new, the guys who just joined the big boys?
As much as I like Mamunike, I really wanted him to become the Super Eagles coach. That team should go down for stealing spots. He should go back to where they. But if there's a man that can help,
footballism or personality?
every reason. But there's a man that can bring them up. It's actually Amunike. We've seen the things he's done with national teams, so both under 17, Tanzania, and everything. We saw what he did with a club in Egypt so much that they had to tell him, bros, come and be our technical director. So if he brings all this together with the experience and all, he may still help them. Early days, like you said, but losing at home on opening match day is not early days to almost every fan. Nobody wants to lose the opening match day at home, but he has enough time to recover. I don't think match day 2 will be the time to recover, because going away, he may still lose. But anything from their second match at home, they need to find a way to balance. They were very bad last season. Even if they will go down, let them go down in strength this time. At least let them go down fighting this time. Before match day 30, we knew they were going down last season. So I think Amunike may help them to recover. But let's see what happens on match day 3.